So you want to know what my favorite movie is? As you wish. We open to the tunes of Take Me Out to the Ball Game. We see a young boy laying in bed, sick, during what appears to be Christmas. In comes his grandfather with a book. The boy, though skeptical, decides to indulge his grandfather. He tells the tale of a lowly farm boy that falls in love with his employer's daughter. And to his surprise, his employer's daughter is in love with him as well. When the farm boy goes off on the open seas to find employment and get more money, he's killed by the world's most famous criminal. Fast forward, and the lonely farmer's daughter has now been betrothed to who is soon to be the local ruler. One day, while out on horseback, she is abducted by a Spaniard, a Sicilian, and a giant. As they start to make their way to the neighboring country to murder this girl and drop her on their land to frame them and start a war, they're being pursued by an unknown vigilante. They reach a mountainside that only a madman would dare traverse. The giant hoists all three of his companions up the hill, and the vigilante follows. This vigilante is wearing a mask. His identity is very confusing. It's hidden. As the vigilante is nearing the top of the mountain, the Sicilian cuts the rope in which they have all used to climb. But to his bewilderment, the masked man does not fall. He does not die. So, the Sicilian takes the giant and the girl with him and leaves the Spaniard behind to battle it out with this masked vigilante in a duel. A great battle is had between the two men, a show of respect, the craft and artsmanship behind their sword-wielding abilities. But the Spaniard is no match for this man. Onward, the masked man pursues this woman and these bandits, to which the Sicilian leaves the giant to best the masked man in hand-to-hand combat. But the giant is not a brute, you see. The giant is actually very kind-hearted and sportsman-like. So during the battle, the masked man manages to topple this giant. Never before has a battle been so expertly won. The masked man continues his pursuit and finds the woman held at knife point by the Sicilian. The Sicilian challenges this masked man to a battle of wits. They each drink a glass. One is laced with iocane powder, and so is the other, but the masked man built up an immunity to it. Having toppled all three of these bandits, the masked man now finally has the girl. As they continue on with their journey it is revealed that this masked man is the farm boy. They then travel through a fire swamp and battle rodents of unusual size. But you see, getting through the fire swamp was only the beginning, because that's when the soon-to-be ruler catches up to them. He retrieves his soon-to-be wife and winds up imprisoning the masked man, the farm boy. He then tortures the farm boy in a hidden pit of despair. And just before the girl can be married to the soon-to-be ruler, the Spaniard and the giant help the masked man. They retrieve him from this pit of despair. They take him to a local miracle worker who reveals that he is not deceased. He is only mostly dead. And luckily, the miracle worker knows just the cure. So, with limited resources, with limited... what's the word I'm looking for? Strength. The three men storm the castle. Now, I didn't mention earlier that the Spaniard has been searching his entire life for a six-fingered man who slayed his father. And he's known exactly what he is going to say whenever he meets this man. Hello! You killed my father. Prepare to die. And sure enough, the Spaniard kills the six-fingered man. The giant has helped the farm boy and his beloved reunite, and they all escape on horseback. Then we see one of the most passionate kisses in the history of love. The young boy, who was being read this story by his grandfather, was entranced by the end of it, loved it, and even asked to be read the book again tomorrow. And the grandfather's response, simply, as you wish.